It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Giants. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it open, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
From the 50, it's gone. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. 20! Touchdown, Detroit! Amon-Ra St. Brown, 49 yards. And the Lions will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Dart. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one on the line of scrimmage.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
A throw right side caught by Neighbors. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Come on, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
To throw, Dart. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Third down, here's Tracy. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Groupie able to add the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Now a hit and loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time,
Jahmyr Gibbs, 28 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Lee McNeil breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Dart. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing, Dart. Throw left side, complete. That's Bowers. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
To the air again, Dart. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Dart. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Dart. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10. Here we go. Up Viking 18. Let's go.
To throw is Dart. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Groupie for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And this will wind up a Lions 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And some space here. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 76 yards rushing for him in this 1st half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
A gain of 22 yards.
Like 20. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and here's Gibbs. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they can't bring him down. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the gun, Bigsby. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Second down and a yard.
Set up. 79 for Cowboy and tracking 60. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
To throw now, Dart. Short throw, caught by Bowers. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
Panther 11. Panther 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Check out.
They'll go again with Tracy. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the back.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Brock Bowers, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The point after, good by Groupie. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
Inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So his big first half continues, his 3rd touchdown already. We'll have to keep watch as this game goes along, how much they want to continue to ride him, because he could be on his way to a record-setting performance. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Giants take over first and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Trap 60, trap 60.
Throwing his dart. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together, come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down.
Dragon 60. Let's go. Ready?
Dart going to look to throw here. Throw caught by Hyatt on the slant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
70 range. Go!
Now Dart. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing his Dart. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
At the 29-yard line.
19 tight. Here we go, set. Cougar 19. 18 Raptor.
To the air, Dart. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end, Bowers. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here we go. 60 Eagle, 60 Bobcat.
Looking to throw, Dart. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. A point after, good by Groupie. And that will tie our game here in the third. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change their mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Oh, and now some space to operate. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 53 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front.
center right down the middle.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Giants 35.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown and over to go, and they're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dart. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now 3rd down and very long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Trap 60. Buffalo 18. 18. Pioneer. Warrior 70.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
60. Dragon 60. Come 19.
They'll go. Here's Dart. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line. 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down. Carr. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeau. Now a 2nd and 10.
Giants 26-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
From the gun, here's Dart. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And it is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Half the 60! Half the 60!
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now! Cowboy in! Trap 60! Trap 60!
Here's Dart. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Lightning 18! 60 by 6! 60 by 6! Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Tank Bigsby, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Well, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied, fourth quarter, as the kick is away here. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. To throw, Dart. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing, Dart. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's Dart. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And he's taken down. And now they can milk this, take it all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try. Here's 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he stopped immediately there. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. To Williams on a jet sweep. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. This is 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Here's 1st down. Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his throw is incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it after the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs. Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
On the left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there. And looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way, because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Dart. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
19 Lions. Warriors 70. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll throw again. Dart. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aleem McNeil able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
79 Broncos. Panther 11. Panther 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this is a touchdown. Now, it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Giants 49, Lions 42.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, I'm sure the team will be in favor of just taking the win right now. But in a small way, those defenders are also kind of happy for the rule change. Because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
This is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Look, I realize on any play call that is properly executed and go for a touchdown, but the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, what a game this has turned out to be here. Second possession of overtime. Obviously, Charles, they need the touchdown. And now looking pretty good here in the red zone.
And in addition, they face a very important decision.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Charles, what a ball game we were treated to, and in the postseason, no less, with all the drama. This may be the best finish you and I have seen in quite some time.
I would agree with that. And let's face